And welcome everyone, thank you very much for joining me today. What an exciting day and episode I've got in store for you. You've seen probably all the Mohamed Salah story, that is very close. So I'll be talking about that. Naby Keïta, there's been a possible opening in the market for actually us signing him. I'll talk about that. And then we've got Marco Asensio, the attacking mid he's currently at the under-21 championships. He's at Real Madrid, but there's some exciting, maybe possible news coming out. And there's a Telegraph, coming from the Telegraph today, talks about Bobby Firmino maybe potentially being our #1 striker with Jurgen Klopp. Maybe not getting a striker, so we can talk a bit about that. We can all interact in the comment section later on after the show, how we all feel about that. But yeah, first off, I just want to say thank you very much, everyone. And a heads up, really, I've got a very amazing opportunity coming up this week and over the next couple of weeks, so I might not be as frequent with my videos, but I will do my utmost to try and do a video a day, but it could potentially be 4 to 3 videos a week, but I will try my best to keep them all pumping out. I really hope you understand. I'm pretty sure you do. I love you all, but there's this amazing opportunity that's come across in the last couple of weeks. Maybe in the future I'll tell you that what's happening, but at the minute I can't really say much. But yeah, thank you very much everyone. So we'll get started on Mohamed Salah. It's been going for so many weeks. Have you seen the channel and everywhere? They've been like, when's Mohamed Salah moving? When's he moving? But today, he's meant to have been flying from Cairo all the way from Egypt to Liverpool. And potentially tomorrow should be the announcement. Could be completely wrong. It might get announced as soon as I release this video. But it's very much looking like it'll be tomorrow. Definitely we are signing him. No doubts about it, really. Apparently we've agreed the fee with Roma. It's 39 million we're going to be paying for the Egyptian winger. Let me know how excited you are for him. Let me know how much you're excited to see Mane on one wing and Salah on another, with Firmino or another striker up front, whoever it is. But wow, just the thought of those two going down the wings and causing opposition defenders to go mad. Like Mane, on one hand, we've seen him last season and Southampton before that. That is going to be absolutely crazy. I'm so... I'm just rubbing my hands, and I bet you are as well. The possibility of seeing Salah in this team, it's the type of quality that we need. I'm just going to talk about his stats. Obviously, you might have seen him anyway, but he moved to Roma for 12 million in the 1st of July in 2016, starting from the 2nd of February 2015. He was on loan in Fiorentina. 10 appearances, and he got 6 goals. And then Roma, he got 10 goals, played 32, and scoring 14 goals, and assisting 7. Yes, that's an amazing achievement. And then last season, 29 appearances and 15 goals. This lad has got goals. I think he averages 1 and 2 for the winger. That is fantastic. Especially with Mane being one of our highest goal scorers last season, is an absolute must. There's the potential of adding, it's adding more goals, really. So let me know. I'll talk about Bobby Firmino later, but how excited are you with the prospects of seeing Mohamed Salah? That's what I want to know. I want you to all comment and go mad, because there's like, everyone might be like, oh, don't be getting too far ahead, but it is happening. It is actually very much happening, so we can get excited. And when this deal I'm going to be so pumped when this deal, we've been crying out the last couple of weeks, why are we not signing anyone? Why are we not signing anyone? But we're signing Mohamed Salah from AS Roma. Wow. And he's not a Chelsea flop. He is not, by no means he's a Chelsea flop. So we're calling a Chelsea flop then. People are going on Twitter and everything. Oh yeah, Kevin De Bruyne was apparently Chelsea flop. Look how amazing and much of a world-class player he is. Lukaku, was he a flop? I don't think so. The amount of goals he's banging in the Premier League. So Mourinho has had a habit of letting players go, and Mohamed Salah falls into that category of those two. Just watch what he'll do this season, and everyone going, oh, you only signed Chelsea rejects. But hang on, I'm sure they got Benayoun, Morales, Torres, they got. So whatever, like, we am so much excited. Mohamed Salah, yes. Oh, right, Naby Keïta, potentially could be given a boost in the race to sign him. Apparently UEFA are monitoring RB Leipzig's ruling. Right, I'll talk about it now. Keïta remains Jurgen Klopp's priority target in midfield, with the Reds preparing to break the bank to bring the Ghanaian to Anfield. But with after Leipzig's emphatic maiden campaign in Bundesliga, finishing second behind Bayern Munich, the hopes of convincing Keïta to make a move were slim. With Leipzig expected to compete in the Champions League next season and set to make Keïta the highest earner, there seemed little initiative for him to leave. However, the Saxon side may not be eligible to play in the Champions League or the Europa League next season. As Sky Sports relay, next month UEFA are making a ruling over whether both Leipzig and sister club RB Red Bull Salzburg can both compete in Europe. This is it. UEFA rules prohibit clubs with strong links to one another from playing in the same competition in the same season. They write, with Red Bull owning both Leipzig and Salzburg, if UEFA deem that only one side are eligible for the Europa, Salzburg would qualify, and just because they finished higher in the Austrian Bundesliga, and Leipzig did not in the German top flight. So basically, this would mean that Leipzig would also be ruled out of the Europa League, as Salzburg could drop into the Europa's second tier over the course of the season. Speaking at the end of May, Keïta insisted that he wasn't considering a move away from Leipzig at this stage, but also underlining his ambition to play in the Champions League. He was quoted as saying, "We are really keen to discover what the Champions League is all about," he said. "Every player dreams of playing in it and will do so, and the power to make difference in the whole team's wanting to make an impact in the Champions League, basically. The fact that we managed to qualify directly from the group stages of the Champions League is fantastic." If Leipzig are ruled ineligible to take part, therefore, Keïta could be more open to a move, with Liverpool likely to qualify in August. Klopp's side face two, obviously, yeah. So it goes on to say we're facing a two-sided. But that is very interesting, isn't it? Let me know. It's a midfielder. I've seen reports as well. It'd be between, I've seen people wanting us to spend 50 million on him. How much would you be willing to see us pay for Keïta? I've not seen a lot of him, I'll be honest, as I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, but if all reports are to be true and we pay 50 million, he's got the dynamism and the dynamicness of his attacking play to switch between attacking. He reminds me a bit slightly, it might be completely off, but for me, when I've seen highlights, he's just rapid over so short of a distance. But he was voted the second best Bundesliga player of last season, so exciting news. So that ruling might come into play. So next week, see what happens. I'll keep it updated on the Keïta story, but that is very interesting. Marco, if you've not seen this lad, he's playing in the under-21s for Spain. I'm sure he got a hat-trick. A couple of lads, I've seen a couple of his mentioned in the comments in my last video. Check this lad out. He has very much got a bright future. Via LiverpoolFC.com, Spanish news sources Diego claim that Asensio has warned Real Madrid he will not hesitate in accepting offers to leave the club, and has informed them of interest from Liverpool, Arsenal and Juventus. He's been capped 3 times by Spain. The under-21 is currently away, as I've mentioned, at the Championships, after an impressive hat-trick in the opening game of the competition. So check that hat-trick out. Quality hat-trick. Reports surfaced earlier this month that the Reds had offered 43 million for the playmaker, ready to jump at the move if he's not guaranteed first football at the Bernabeu next season. But Jurgen Klopp's side must fend off interest from Arsenal and Juventus. Obviously, we could very much offer the young lads a very first team spot, because for me personally, apart from Coutinho, there's no other midfielder of his quality and ilk, really. He's played in the Champions League, obviously, this season. But if you've not seen him, check him out and let me know below whereabouts you personally would see him fitting in our midfield. Yeah, it's another midfielder, but we all need those options to actually... More options is for better this season. Yeah, we might not be able to fit them in, but There's 38 games in the Premier League season. If we're going to European competitions, FA Cup and the Carling Cup, we've got so many games that we're going to be expecting to play. There's another one, the Bobby Firmino story. Telegraph names Liverpool main striker for next season, and they've put Bobby Firmino, really. It's an important one, really. How would you feel if we didn't, like, buy a striker? Obviously, we've mentioned on this channel Aubameyang, Lacazette, all the other strikers around Europe that we could potentially get. Let me know. I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, Bobby Firmino should be getting a lot more goals in our forward line. At the back end of last season, he didn't really chip in a lot. He should be getting, as I mentioned, 20 goals on average for a Liverpool striker. That is what the minimum requirement should be. When he comes to us, he was like an attacking midfielder, but Jurgen Klopp's or a centre forward, attacking mid. But Jurgen's played him more of a striker. But with Firmino, he likes to drop deep, really, in that centre forward position. But if he can get 20 goals a season next season, I'd be very much happy if we kept him. And if he bangs in 20 goals, we can't argue. But on the other hand, if we don't sign a striker, for you personally, and everyone would all be like, we didn't buy a striker, apart from Dominic Solanke, but we're not expecting him to come into the first team and get 20 goals in the Premier League, are we? So it's very much a huge predicament, really, for Jurgen Klopp. I'm sure he's got a main priority striker that he could potentially get, but what would you rather get? Would you rather get 20 goal attacking, 20 goal a season attacker, striker, or whoever? Or would you rather get, with that money, a left back and a centre back? Let me know. Would you rather sort out conceding less goals or score more goals and concede more goals? It's mad. But let me know, really. Yeah, for me personally, if we can get Sturridge fit, we'll see what happens with Danny. But if Firmino, on this story, if Firmino bangs 20 goals in a season, next season, I'll be very much happy to keep him as our main striker for next season. So watch this space. I'll leave that story below. It's a very good read, so check that out. And yeah, that's really it. There's a bit on the Lacazette, Aubameyang, I talked a bit about on my last show. He, at the minute, reports City all over the deal. Apparently, they're meant to be offering 61 million. So he might be going to City. Might be a bit mad seeing him and Aguero. Oh, my lord. Seeing Aguero and Aubameyang and Gabriel Jesus. But we'll see. See where he ends up. Hopefully Aubameyang ends up at Liverpool, but we'll see. See what happens. But thank you very much, everyone. Thank you very much for liking and subscribing. It is very much appreciated. I love you all. Thank you so much for the support. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And I'll be bringing out more regular videos, as I mentioned at the beginning. Might not be as regular as I have been, but I will not forget yous. And I'm not going anywhere at all. Very, very much so. I'm staying here. So thank you very much, everyone. I'll leave all the stories below. And if you want to hit subscribe, that'd be very much appreciated. I love yous all. Love yous and leave yous. But any more questions, hit us up on Twitter. Send me an Instagram or messages. If you want any news, I'll reply to you. But thank you very much, everyone, for the support. If you liked the video, give it a like, please. Be very much appreciated. And I'll speak to you very soon. Up the heads. Come on, Salah. Get here. Get in Melwood and show us your share. Come on.